everything changes.
Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome into the RockstarFlipper YouTube channel. Today's Monday, April 29th, 2019, and I had a message, and I don't want to say her name publicly because she didn't give me permission, I forgot to ask, but one of my great viewers, she knows who she is, she'll watch this, asked me for a video or some photos or kind of a walkthrough of sales tax. She happens to be in Florida, so it was pretty easy for me to do because, well, she's in Florida, so it was exactly the same that I do on mine. So I was able to bring up the website and kind of just do like a little screen grab, a little filming to show her how to properly fill out sales tax. Now, the disclaimer before I get into this video any further is I'm not a CPA, not licensed accountant, none of that, so I cannot give you financial advice or tax advice. I'm not the IRS, I'm not your state Department of Revenue, but what I want to show you, a lot of people get overwhelmed with sales tax. So we've talked about the sales tax laws and all of that, and I don't want to get into those any deeper because they are on previous videos, but it's ever changing. Long story short, if you are required to collect sales tax for your state or for whatever state, and you have to fill it out and send it in, I want to do a video showing you my screen to just kind of give you an idea of how it works. Now, every state is going to be different. So those of you watching from Florida are going to be awesome with this. So I might title this video Florida Sales Tax, but it'll be for everyone. And if you're not in this state, whatever your website looks like, it should kind of work the same way. Again, contact a CPA or somebody to help you, somebody with experience that does their own sales tax or knows how to do it if you need help further beyond this video. Now, with that said, most of us should not have to collect and do sales tax once the platforms catch up and they start doing it for us. There are several states that they're already doing that for. Now, with that disclaimer said, if you were normally required to collect sales tax and go online and pay it, and now the states are going to do it for you and you don't have to do it anymore, there are some states that still require you to file it. You'll just put a 0 or put that another third party paid it. Here in Florida, even if eBay collects it and pays it for me, I still have to file saying this is what would have been owed, third party paid it, and I think that they're going to give us a box, they might update it, that says, you know, who was it, how much did they pay, etc. Or it may just say, you know, just put 0. I'm not actually sure how it's going to update, I have to keep up with that. But some states, if you owe 0, you don't have to file. Some states you do. So make sure you clarify with your state whether you're paying and you owe 0, or whether eBay's paying it, or Amazon's paying it, or the platform's paying it, whether you have to file or not. If we fail to file in Florida and we owe 0, it's a $50 late fee for the first month, and then it's like $5 per day every day after the first month. So literally, if you just went 2 months without paying it, you would owe what, $5, $150, $200 in late fees after 60 days. So it could certainly add up after a while. So even when the platforms collect mine, I'm gonna have to file and send it in on the computer, no big deal. Okay, so with that said, let's go over to my computer. I'm gonna show you how Florida's works. I'm gonna have to black out some sections because it shows my social security and my EIN. Ignore that. I just want you guys to see the main screen and the form so that if you're in Florida, you understand, and if you're in another state, it might help you to clarify yours, but actually to show you just how easy it is to file sales tax. Let's do it. Okay, so here we go on the State of Florida Department of Revenue website. This is where we file, those of us in Florida file our sales tax every quarter. Now, we're required to do it every quarter. There are some exceptions. Again, every state is different. It shows me, now I've blacked out my address and information below this surtax rate, but you can see the surtax rate is 0.025. That's because it knows what county I'm in, and my county is 2.5%. The state of Florida is 6%. My county is 2.5, so I pay a total of 8.5. It used to be 7. They upped it 1.5% this voting year, 2018 November, because they wanted to put more money towards schools and education, and so that's coming out of our sales tax. So down here is just where we'd fill in our basic information, no big deal. And then I'm going to go ahead and scroll down and show you the rest of it. All right, so we'll go here. And this is where we, as Floridians, fill out our normal sales, service, and electricity. So everything we sell, everything here, sales and services, are in here. So the first box is gross sales. That is everything you sold, whether it's in Florida, not in Florida, in your state. That is your gross sales, everything. So you're going to fill that out. Now, the exempt sales is what sales do not get taxed, are not taxable for your sales tax. So for me, it's everything out of Florida. So let's say I did $10,000, right? Let's say that my sales for this quarter were 10 grand, okay? Now, let's say that only 1,000 of that was in Florida, right? So 9,000 was out of Florida. Now, with the new tax laws, I know you're responsible for all taxes, but that goes to each state. So when you're filing sales tax for a state, you're only filing for what is qualified for in that state. And again, with eBay and the platforms covering this, this is all going to change a little bit, but this is how you fill it out. So let's say that 9,000 was out of Florida, right? So we fill that out. And so it now knows, it's calculating that $1,000 I sold went to Florida. 10% of my business went to Florida. So what does the tax do? Well, I owe 8.25%. My total tax is 8.25%. So we take my 1,000. It's a really easy number, but just so that you guys see, it's $82.50. That's what I owe them, right? Okay. So I fill that in. I owe $82.50. Now, taxable purchases are things that you've bought from other people that did not charge you sales tax. Nobody fills this in. You're supposed to. I've not bought anything. Commercial rentals. Now, in Florida, we have a different tax thing for commercial rentals. I don't have a commercial rental. If you have a residential rental, that's sometimes under other things. Transient rentals and food and beverage vending. Here in Florida, we have a tax on food and beverage vending if you own a Coke machine or something like that. I don't have any of that. So then it's going to show my total amount due, $82.50. Less lawful deductions. Some people have deductions. There's some qualifications. I don't qualify for any deductions on my sales tax. So the net tax due is, of course, $82.50. There's also if you have any credit memos or estimated tax due during current month. So then my amount due is $82.50, less a collection allowance. I don't have that. If you have any penalties or interest, I don't have those. And amount due with the return would be $82.50. So now when I scroll down, the only other thing I have to worry about, and this is, again, different for every business, is 15D. Now, let me read you what the other ones are. Exempt amount of items over $5,000. So if you owe more than $5,000 in sales tax, they're exempt amount of items. I don't owe more than $5,000 in sales tax. Other taxable amounts not subject to surtax. So that there's some other special circumstances. 15C is amount subject to service or to surtax at a rate different than your county. So there are certain items if you sell or service that would not fall in your county surtax law, at least here from Florida. None of these A, B, or C, 15A, B, or C, I ever have filled out in many years. 15D is the important one. This is how much you're paying to the county. That's that 2.5%. Now, it's not going to be added to $82.50. $82.50 is the total right here. But they want to know how much of that $82.50 is going to the county. So that, out of our $1,000, is our 0.025. That's $25, right? So $82.50 minus 25, we're paying $57.50 to the state, and we're paying the rest, that 2.5% only to the county. So they get $25. So we're going to fill that in. $25 goes to the county. The reason they want you to fill that in is so they know how much to give the state and how much to give the county, even though they could do it themselves. The rest is Hope Scholarship, taxable sales on untaxed purchases or uses of electricity, amusement machines, rural or urban high crime area job tax, scholarship, film and industry. If any of these qualify for you, you'll need to fill them out, but I don't. Other authorized credits I don't have. And that is it. Literally, I will click next, I will click submit, and I will pay my $82.50, and I am done. That's how easy sales tax is for Florida, and that's how easy it is for a lot of states. Now, it's probably set up differently. It has different boxes. And that's why you will need a CPA or somebody to help you figure out how to do this the first time. Once you do it once, look, I only had to fill in 1, 2, 3, 4 boxes. It calculates it down, and a 5th box. Literally, this takes me 5 minutes as long as I'm tracking my numbers. If you're not tracking your numbers, well, that's a whole nother problem in itself, and you should be tracking your numbers. I have videos on how to collect sales tax, on how to set up sales tax, on how to calculate it. On eBay, how to download your sales every month and your invoices to an Excel spreadsheet, and then you can sort it by state. I have videos on how to do all of that, but once you know how to do all that, the numbers will be right there in front of you. You just fill them into this box, and bang, you have your amount due, you pay it, and you are done. So that is Florida sales tax. That is sales tax 101. Again, it's going to be different for every company, every person, every state, but hopefully this shows you just how easy it is. It sounds so overwhelming, but look, guys, 5 boxes and I'm done. So take this. These are not my real numbers. These are not my real sales taxes. I've already paid my sales tax. I paid it like 2 weeks ago. And but this was just one that I kept open to be able to show you guys. So hopefully you learned something. Hopefully this gives you a little bit more motivation so you're not dreading when you have to file sales tax. Remember, some states are monthly, some are quarterly, and some are biannually or annually. Our state happens to be quarterly, and there are some exceptions even inside of Florida to that. So there you go, guys. Sales Tax 101. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you learned something, please subscribe to the channel for more videos. I'm going to be doing the federal tax walkthrough soon, and I look forward to seeing you guys on that video. And please comment below if you have questions, concerns, or anything else. Thank you so much. I'll see you again real soon.